What is going on, YouTube? This is your boy. What's going on? And we are talking about some issues, some real issues about stuff. And welcome to another episode of Project Open Mic. You guys join in. People at Tempo, thank you for joining as well too. I'm gonna basically bring in Facebook as well into the show. So just give me a second. Let me get things set up the way I want it. Alrighty, have Tempo's chat up, Facebook chat up. All right, and now we're going to add in Facebook. So we have everybody here and going. Alrighty then, now everybody is here and we are live with everything. So Facebook just joined in. So we have Facebook, YouTube, Tempo, and Tempo FM Live. Now, you guys know Tempo FM Live. We already done played some music and talk some stuff, but I'm bringing other people to talk about some topics and keep the show going. So this is another episode of Project Open Mic. Thank you guys for all joining in. And I said we have some issues to talk about. I'm going to start off with a little, we're going to make our way to how the world changes things. Let's just go with that in some regards. But you guys are here, so I want to do something. Like I said, I am a music head, and people, you guys know that. Tempo, of course, you guys know that because you've been listening to T3 Records over, God, it's going almost 16 years. I've been doing music. Wow. But I respect music, of course, and we have a passing of a real legend, a real person that is, their music has touched more than just a generation, did many stuff around the world, and sad to see her pass away. So I want to pay my respects, and Tempo, of course, hearing the music before, but to YouTube and to Facebook, Project Open Mic itself, I want to pay respects to the late, great Aretha Franklin for what she has pioneered the music. So I'm gonna bless the whole. I'm just gonna give a pay respects to this legendary person.
There has never been a voice like hers. And there may never again be anyone like her. Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul, an icon of American music. No other female singer was as celebrated or as honored as Aretha Franklin. 18 Grammys, 20 #1 Billboard singles, 45 songs in the top 40.
Our nation honors Miss Aretha Franklin.
In 2005, she received the Presidential Medal of Freedom, a deeply emotional moment for the singer who had been honored previously by President Clinton with a National Medal of Arts and by the Kennedy Center. Franklin was a diva, and she made no bones about it. But she was also a trailblazer for women and an African-American artist who achieved success against the backdrop of the civil rights movement. Her list of firsts goes on forever, like being the first woman to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She used her voice to crash through barriers. Rolling Stone once ranked Aretha Franklin the #1 greatest singer of all time. She had an almost maternal attitude toward her own songs.
They're like my children. I love them all. But there are some that I like a little more than others. Respect, certainly, The Freeway, Jump to It, Natural Woman.
Millions of Americans know her music by heart. All we need to hear is the first few notes. We know the rest. All because she showed the way and set the standard. Aretha Louise Franklin was born in Memphis, Tennessee. Her father, Reverend C.L. Franklin, was a well-known Baptist minister. Her mother was a singer and pianist. It wasn't always a happy or stable home, and so music played a big role in Aretha Franklin's life. She was a child prodigy. She was performing in church and playing piano by the age of 10.
They put a small box in front of the pulpit so I could be seen over the pulpit, and that's where I would stand and sing. Hold my hand.
By 14, she recorded her first album. Teenage motherhood derailed her musical career for a spell, but by her early 20s, she'd hit the top 10 with her song, I Never Loved a Man.
Loved a man the way that I love you. What you want?
1 year later, she won her first 2 Grammys for Respect. And as they say, a star was born.
You go on stage, something very electric, like a neon sign lights up inside of Lady Soul, Miss Aretha. What do you feel like?
I feel good. Does that happen, really? I light up?
Yes, ma'am.
It didn't take long for her to be dubbed the Queen of Soul, and there was no argument. After hitting a rough spot with dismal record sales in the mid-70s, Franklin found a way to break through again in the cult classic, The Blues Brothers. She was signed to Arista Records soon after and couldn't be stopped after that. Countless hits and honors followed. Memorable collaborations with the greats of our time, including the late Luther Vandross and her huge hit with George Michael. Her life was not without its struggles and demons. In her later years, she preferred a life of privacy and stayed home in Detroit for long stretches of time. Aretha Franklin is survived by her 4 sons and millions of fans around the world.
I love what I do, and I just wouldn't be doing anything else. In fact, I thought, what else would I have done?
Lester Holt, NBC News.
All right. At age 76, she's passed away. A very iconic singer in the music world. Respects to this person who gave us soul. That's the best way to say it. Put soul in the music. Natural talent. There's not many people like her. There will never be a person like her, of course, just like you would say with MJ, like you would say anybody else. But you have to pay your respects to a woman who was such an icon as Aretha Franklin. And as we were playing some people on the tempo on the tempo side of this broadcast, you guys were hearing we were doing some of the mixing and stuff on it. So hope you guys enjoy that. But like I said, Aretha Franklin will be missed. She kept on singing and doing her thing until her passing. And man, and it's been crazy because it's like, and for people who grew up in the age of me, like wrestling heads. Like I used to be wrestling. I'm not no more. But in the old age, you had this week also like Jim the Anvil Neidhart at like 62, I think. Then you had Brian Christopher before that, and Big Van Vader. Like wow, it's like, hey, life keeps going on. And that's just what it is. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. What can we say? So, wanted to pay my respects to the late, great Aretha Franklin for what she has done, not only for African Americans, not only for women. She was a voice of music. One of the voices that won't be forgotten. That will be played for generations. And that, I put my respects to her. All right. Now, we're going to get into some topics. We're going to start off sad into good. Sad into funny. Now, all these stories really being sad is how you look at things. And I'm just one of those people who look at things a certain way. Now, this is not going to be the only topic about this. We're going to be talking about this way more and more about immigration and stuff and what's going on and everything. Now, I said once, I said again, I myself came from Island Nevis with my family. We came over here. We paid what we had to. We paid tons of money to get over to America, become United citizens, and legally. And I'm happy that I work a great job. I'm happy that I had the opportunities to do funny we had opportunity I had the opportunity to do music and tour the world and have fun, and again it's a blessing. But we got to get serious about certain things and have a real conversation. And I am, again, willing to have more conversations about this. Now, I'm going to get this more and more and more. They're going to be, like I said, 2019. Let me just put it right now. 2019, we're going to get deeper and deeper into Project Open Mic, have more people on and do all this stuff. We're going to have websites and everything, and also be on, to add our traditional terrestrial radio to our broadcast. So it'll be, if you can't catch it on a regular radio, but if you want to call in, you have to call into the radio number. But if you have to catch the radio, you will catch it on YouTube. You will catch it on Facebook. You will catch it on Tempo Live FM. You guys been hearing about it, because I'll try to do a simulcast and just have fun, because I want different interactions. Want to have different interactions. So we're going to talk about stuff that's affecting not only America but other side of the world. But that's why I was talking about this whole immigration stuff. So we've been hearing lately how everybody want to get rid of ICE. I don't know why. It's kind of stupid, but people want to get rid of ICE for some reason. Because they're talking about splitting up families and all that stuff. And again, when the Border Control takes a DNA test, majority of the kids don't even belong to the people who came over because they're coyotes. So they were always split up. And as usual, I said before to many people, if my next door neighbor did a crime, him and his kid or her and her kid will be split up anyway if you're a crime. Doesn't mean it's good or bad, but just you gotta, you broke the law, you have to do certain things. But everybody's been doing it, talking about, oh, this is hurting families and all that stuff. Let's talk, and it is, but we got to talk about the true issue about certain things. So let me make sure. So you guys don't want to talk about stuff like that. Then if we're going to be playing those kind of games, we got to watch out, because everybody's like, oh, the illegal immigrants or the Mexicans and all that stuff. Yeah, I get it. I understand it. I don't totally agree. We got to watch out for the coyotes again, because again, some of the kids will come over as sex slaves, which is horrible, very horrible. Including what, again, I can't believe that I'm gonna have to do that story a little later on, but just to point out that what was it? In Philadelphia, the mayor of Philadelphia came out. I talked about it before. Came out of the courtroom dancing, "We are a sanctuary city," and dancing around. And a day later, illegal immigrant raped a 5-year-old girl who was already deported and came back in the country. And if I was the mother of that girl, I'd be right there in that man and say, for what you did, I would sue the hell out your ass for that stupid crap. Just ignorance. It's just crazy. So we talking about, but because everybody's talking about right now, you don't hear the news about anything. You're hearing about Omarosa and all this stuff, and President Trump called her, well, he called a lot of people dogs, but no, that's racist and all that dumb stuff. Keep your eye off the prize. There's some real issues that's going on that needs to be talked about. Like, nobody's talking about, there's barely any news talking about what's going on right here. Now, this is from the USA Today. That also was brought to you yesterday, and also in Arizona, New Mexico Times, and Arizona Chronicles and stuff like that. They had 2 people. They had 5 people who was jihadis, illegals. They had a makeshift camp, and they basically was because people lost in their world and their stupidity, and just watching the shiny coin. They were in New Mexico and they were training these kids to shoot to shoot the schools. Anybody talked about that? Thank God for ICE and the FBI for fighting this. Have anybody said, whoa, this is crazy? No. But I'll read from the article. Two men who authorities said are extreme Muslim have been arrested in rural New Mexico, accused of taking at least one child without consent and training another to attack schools in their makeshift compound. The men faced brief court hearing Wednesday following the arrest Friday by the Taos County Sheriff's Office. Authorities say that 2 men were living with their 3 women and 11 starving kids in a ramshack compound near Alameda, about 4 hours south of Denver, Colorado. The 3 women were the 3 women were charged with child abuse. The 1 man and one of them, Sarah Wajad, 42, was arrested on warrants from Georgia. Oh. The other, Lucas Morton, was arrested on suspicion of harboring a fugitive. Apparently, the body of Wajad's son, 3, was found buried on the property. According to the authorities, the boy disappeared from his Georgia home last year. The sheriff's office said Sharaja was armed with an AR-15 rifle, 4 pistols, and extra ammunition when he was taken down by a SWAT team. Police accused Wajah of taking his son and fleeing across state lines. So let me see this. So you have a makeshift compound. These men are training kids to go into schools and shoot up the schools, and of course using the gun that everybody needs to be talking about. Everybody's talking about. Anything about that? Barely anybody talks about the news like that. These are the serious topics we're talking about. You got some people who are illegal, doing horrible stuff. This is happening, and everybody's talking about Omarosa and Trump calling her dog and all that stuff. That's a shiny object in your eyes. This is the real stuff that's going on. When you don't want the border security to secure the borders and ICE to do their jobs, you get stuff like this. And again, thank God they got caught. Because the next thing I know, it's going to be like, oh, we need to get rid of AR-15s and all that stuff. They know what weapons to use to get the sensationalization of the media. That's what's happening. That was going to happen. You people, and I didn't say people, my mistake, but people are losing the thread line on that. Intentionally, just in there, just doing just the most crazy, getting kids to go in there and shoot, just like they do in Rwanda, just like they do in some of these southern African countries, and it's sad. It is sad that this is what it's coming to. Yes, it's you could check it out. You could go and check it out. USA Today. This is from the Temple chat. You can check it from the USA Today. And again, I know that's what I'm saying. You don't see, the news is not really talking about stuff that's just as important as that. You are correct. See, most, like I said, most people from Temple are basically from Europe and worldwide. Like, look, in America, I've told many people this when I'm doing certain things. Always look for multiple sources because they're gonna mess. They're not gonna if you just watch one thing, your CNN, your Fox, whatever, you're gonna miss out on certain things. That's why I always say watch multiple sources. Because there are things happening to you around you that affects you very much. And it's sad that that happens like that. It is. It is horrible to see how that works out. But we also had something this week, and again, you can check it out. I'll put videos about this maybe later on, but on there. But these are, you could talk about basically this weekend was the 1-year anniversary of Charlottesville. When people remember when Trump said, "Oh, there was bad people on both sides." People's like, "Oh, you're condoning people who came into anti-protest." No, ain't no anti-protest, nothing. People need to understand. Nobody, the white nationalists, yes, they're crazy cooklers. We should condemn those crazy, but it's not about. But the media is making them to be a bigger boogie ghost than they need to be, because they went there because they said they're gonna be white nationalists at Charlottesville, and people went there, and it was Antifa and Black Lives Matter, and by all means necessary. That's what it was. And because there was no white supremacists, quote unquote, to attack or to beat up or threaten, well, let's see what happened. Oh, yeah. They start fighting the cops. And some of the cops just didn't want to get in trouble. So I'm like, and I said in the last video, you guys keep on, y'all say you hate the president. You say you hate the president is a horrible person. But you keep proving him right by not doing the opposite of what he says. Be smart. If you want to get rid of the man, I said it in the last video. There's 3 things you want to do to get rid of the man, but people don't want to listen. They just don't. And again, here's something about the it's sad that last year that woman got run over by the car. It's sad, but here's a funny thing. Nobody's talking about something. There's 2 things that happened, which is weird. And you can't, and this is where people say, oh, conspiracy theories and all that stuff. No, it ain't something. How that happened? The professor, I forgot his name, that was hitting people in the head with a bike lock, and he was hitting men and women, just coming through the crowd and hitting them in the bike lock. He got a plea deal. You were physically hurting people, and he got a plea deal. And he's a professor teaching kids in UC Berkeley. Wow, and that's sad. And here's the thing: when that lady got killed, with the Dodge Viper got run over, I was like, I thought, it's sad, that's crazy. I saw the video, like, man, that's effed up. But here's something that a lot of people don't know about. Was the guy? It was unfortunate, but here people are thinking he just ran into the crowd and just run over people. Come to find out, he was running from his life as well too, because Antifa was chasing him with a gun, with an assault rifle. So Well, let's play the tape.
Fields driving his Charger slow rolled our western perimeter. One time he paused right in front of me, and I waved him off with my rifle.
Rather than explaining why he chased James Fields with his AR-15, and this is a person who's against gun, this is a professor saying this, a cultural anthropologist professor assaulted a comment and called for police. See, he felt so secure and said it's probably in his class that when didn't know that somebody was recording this. So here's the audio after. Here's a video of this, but there's audio after this. So I'll play back again.
Right in front of me, and I waved him off with my rifle.
Okay, and now he's coming out.
Put that down. Put that down. Hey, put that down, sir. You're on private property. You're on property. You may not touch me. You don't touch me. Move past me. Move past me. Did you move past me?
Did you chase James Fields with a rifle? Do you think that contributed, perhaps, to his mental state?
Call campus police, please.
Call campus police. The guy who don't like the police, but want campus police now because he got caught on tape. Didn't think that somebody wasn't listening, didn't record that he was, and he was so proud to say he chased the guy with an AR-15, and a guy ran in the crowd and killed somebody. Did he? Again, it's sad that all that happened, but it's sad that students got to do crap like this while the media just don't do nothing and say the truth. Hey, that is just what it is.
Do you think that contributed, perhaps, to his...
Name of the professor is Dwayne Dixon. Again, when he saw that happen, he basically heard what he did right there. He didn't thought that nobody was recording it.
Put that down. Put that down. Put that down. Hey, put that down, sir. You're on private property. You're on property. You may not touch me. You don't touch
me. He's not on private.
Me.
He's not on private property. He's on school campus, and it's not private. It's public. We pay for school, and I can't believe you're that brazen to say that, Professor.
Move past me. Did you move past me?
Did you chase James Fields with a rifle? Do you think that contributed, perhaps, to his mental state?
Wow. The world is not as black and white as people think it is. There's such a color called gray. And it's sad. It's really, really sad. Bravo to the students to find this guy who's that brazen enough to talk about what he did out in class, and it contributed to a female getting killed. But that don't care. It carries their narrative. That's the sad part. It really is. But the news media is all about Omarosa. So of course, again, shiny object, yeah, blah, 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 whatever. Let's go to another one. So as my friends, of course, on Tempo FM, most of y'all in Europe. So I have to talk about y'all because you've been going through some stuff. There was a terrorist attack again. A car tried to ram into the parliament in England, and your special mayor now, and everybody talked about we're going to ban cars going in front of parliament. Remember, this is the same mayor that banned knives. We don't have guns, we ban knives. Okay, you ban now. And again, a guy in Scotland basically was on trial because he had a potato peeler. Hey, Khan, I'm seriously. Y'all voted the wrong. Yeah, hey, you know what? Y'all vote your vote, but that's people was like, what are they gonna do? Ban knives? He did ban knives, and then he said they put out boxes outside, and put boxes outside so people could dump knives in. And of course, the migrants went there and stole the knives. Good move, Khan. Good move. You put all the weapons right there so people can break in and take the weapon. What is wrong with you? Not unless, don't forget the acid attacks, which a little boy, I still can't believe that they did that. They threw acid on a 5-year-old toddler. A toddler. They don't care. People's like, oh man, we gotta help the people. Look. I have no problem helping people for this thing and what's going on in the world. That's understandable. But the world's a messy place. It really is. And a lot of people don't want to talk about the real issues of stuff. That's why I'm saying that. The world's a messy place. Because people, oh, we got to bring people in and stuff like that. Hey, bring people in. I got to know who you are. In case something ever happens, I can at least know how to track you down, make sure you go to jail, go do something. That has to happen. That's ridiculous. Come on, man. But let's talk about what happened Monday. Another something that's extreme. Yes, I am about to. I am about to talk about that. Thank you. I was about to talk about that. In Sweden. You know what? I'll just play the news. It's just better that way. Give me a second here. Because for everybody who didn't know, again, you took in migrants. Nothing wrong with that, but when you don't know what's going on, you can't, and you don't know who the people are, you can't hold them to responsibility. And again, I'm not against it, but we can, at least if somebody's coming to my house, I gotta know who they are. I don't want anybody without me knowing who they are. I don't want them in my house. Just simple sense, simple logic. Not that hard. But so for some weird reason, it is hard. So Monday, a coordinated attack of people in Sweden, and Sweden want to know why the right-wing party or nationalist party now is rising up, and it might be the first time, just like y'all, it might be the first time taking over Sweden.
I heard that you were going to.
That is, and I feel for the people out there who have lost property and who got damaged property because it is crazy. But yeah, let's play the news and see what happened.
By attacks in Sweden, where migrants set fire to over 100 cars across the country in what police say are well-coordinated attacks. When America's Pearson Sharp has the latest.
The Swedish authorities are struggling to clean up after a gang of migrants sets fire to over 100 cars in the city of Gothenburg Monday night. Police say, considering how many cars were torched in such a short time across the city, the incidents may be connected. Groups of young migrants from Africa and the Middle East rampaged across Gothenburg, as well as a few surrounding towns, in what officials say appeared to be a well-prepared and organized attack. Several cars were set on fire in the capital of Stockholm as well. The attacks began at exactly 9 p.m. and took place in at least 5 different cities, carried out by gangs dressed in all black. Residents were shocked and alarmed.
I looked out of the window and saw all the fire engines in the foam and rushed to see what it looked like. It was devastating.
And they weren't the only ones. Sweden's prime minister said he was outraged and that this kind of behavior won't be tolerated.
Oh, you're outraged. Finally. after many of your women got raped, the rape went up 700%. It's ridiculous by immigrants. People being hurt, people being killed, people stabbed, acid attacks. Now you're outraged, Prime Minister? Well, let's hear this outrage.
Ja, jag har sagt det tidigare morse, jag blir förbannad.
I get angry, and you have to ask these people, what the hell are you doing? Who do you think you are? You're destroying things for the whole area, for the neighbors, for the children who may have to go to nursery school in the morning and see that cars have been burned.
Wow. Okay, there you go. Are you gonna be like Hungary? Are you gonna be like Italy? I still remember that Italy, the new Italy. See, the new Italy person, the prime minister who got the thing. He basically he said it, and he said it in English too. Immigrants, pack your bags, pack your bags, pack your bags, pack your bags. Illegal immigrants, pack your bags. That's what he said. But again, let's go. I'm happy you're finally angry. That's good.
As a result,
I hope you're going to do something about this.
Society has to get tougher and give more resources towards this instead of improving the residential buildings in the area.
True.
This is completely unacceptable.
Oh, it is.
Strong words from the Prime Minister.
That was strong words from the Prime Minister.
But what does he plan to do about it?
Are you gonna please tell me you're gonna go to these people, arrest them? Because I'm getting to the point where you want to be in another country and you want to break their laws. No, don't send them back. Put them in prison. You want to become a citizen and want to leave the country? Hey, we'll put you in prison and keep you there. Including when you rape women. And again, the rape that they do is the most disgusting rape ever. That whole pack mentality where they surround a woman with a lot of crowd noise, whatever. They surround a woman. And I give kudos to Laura Logan for that lady to went with. She got, oh wow, for what she as a news reporter got that happened to her, and she still goes back out there to do her job. Laura Logan, my cap is off to you, lady. You are a strong woman to get gang. Oh my God, you gang like that. They surround the women in a circle, hold her down, rape her, and she's inches away from people and screaming at the top of the lungs. But because the noise and stuff is around, you can't hear. People can't hear it while she's right. It's like I'm drowning, but I'm right. I can see the surface and I could just touch it. That's touch it, and that's the worst thing, that your screams, your stuff is going unabated. Oh my God! I again, like Laura Logan and all the women who have been in Sweden and Germany. Oh my God, I feel for y'all. This is horrible, and only until it happens to you, you change, because there's a lot of Swedes and Germans and everything who let that stuff over, and that's why Hungary, Poland, Italy basically said, pack your stuff. Pack your bags and go. Okay, you ain't no. So I'm Prime Minister. Finally, I mean, you got the right wing party, as you call it, is coming for you. Basically, because votes are going to be, basically the election is in September, and they're getting very popular right now. As you all call them right wing, but the nationalists saying we don't like this, and they're getting very popular. This is the first time they're getting popular in what, 20 years. So, Prime Minister, I hope you're doing something for this, please.
About it. Well, the police are coming together in a coordinated show of force as they boldly prepare to go door to door and talk to the migrants.
You got to be kidding me. Seriously? And talk to the migrants. The ones who are destroying your property. The ones who are terrorizing your city. The ones that are raping innocent women. They can't be. They can't be.
Because while police say they know who the perpetrators are.
You know who the perpetrators are.
And that the attacks are criminal and are classified as arson, vandalism, and fierce rioting.
No S, Sherlock.
Their plan is to caution the parents of the migrants and warn them about these dangerous activities.
What?
And despite admit,
what? Seriously? That's what y'all gonna do? Holy Asperger's. That's what y'all gonna do. My God. What do we pay? What do you pay officers for, Sweden?
If they know who the culprits are and that many serious crimes were committed, the police insist that so far, no one has been linked to any crime.
My goodness. What? So wait a minute. So somebody says something on the internet, y'all want him dead, you want him to die, he's a racist, all that stuff. These people are literally hurting people, destroying property. You know who they are, and you ain't doing nothing. If you all could see how many people right now got angry faces in the Tempo chat because they're like, this is crazy. Well, I can't say those kind of words right now. Sorry. Guys, I'm sorry. I can't say that. It is crazy. This is ludicrous. Basically, how many of you guys are from Sweden? If you're from Sweden, put a thumbs up. Put a thumbs up. Because this is crazy. That this is what is going on. Holy crap. The cops is doing this nonsense. What are you? You're supposed to be serve and protect. Not like, holy smoke, this is crazy. Wow, I see about. Hold up, hold up, go a little too fast. Let me read. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Shoot, I'm up to like about 15. And it's still going, man. What are your people doing, guys? And I got people who are not even Sweden saying this is crazy. Some are saying they used to be Sweden. Some say they moved because this is crazy. Ikelas said, "Hey, I'll move. I'm basically as soon as I moved back to Poland because it was just too much in Sweden." Dude, sir, you have my respects. If you have a family, have stuff to do, you have to move from the danger because this is crazy. This is what the cops got to do. Oh my goodness. I'll be furious with this. I got, let me see what from the Facebook. Pay them to do nothing. Where are they? What are they doing? Dying. Yeah, that's sad. This is crazy. I'm gonna rewind back again. The cops, you're angry. This is what you're supposed to. This is what you do.
Acceptable. Strong words. The residential, and see that cars have been burned. For the neighbors, what are you doing? Who do you think you are? You're destroying things for the whole area. For the neighbors, for the children who may have to go to nursery school in the morning and see that cars have been burned. As a result, society has to get tougher and give more resources towards this instead of improving the residential buildings in the area.
Again,
this
I
is
agree with you.
completely unacceptable.
I agree with you.
Strong words from the Prime Minister, but what does he plan to do about it? Well, the police are coming together in a coordinated show of force as they boldly prepare to go door to door and talk to the migrants. Because while police say they know who the perpetrators are and that the attacks are criminal and are classified as arson, vandalism, and fierce rioting, their plan is to caution the parents of the migrants and warn them about these dangerous activities. And despite admitting that they know who the culprits are and that many serious crimes were committed, the police insist that so far, no one has been linked to any crime. It's this kind of response that has neighboring countries like Norway and Finland concerned about security risks in Sweden.
You think?
In fact, experts in Finland now say that Sweden and its mass immigration Muslim crisis poses a greater threat to the country than even Russia.
I wish America could understand that bull crap. There's something right there.
Sweden has taken in more migrants per capita than any other country and is proving to be the worst at helping them integrate, mainly because they aren't integrating at all.
No, duh. People, multiculturalism has never worked. It has never worked. I'm sorry. It has never worked. Multi-race? Yeah. Multicultural? No, because culture is what you believe in and what you live in. And it's never worked. You go to look through every society and see that. This is crazy that this is what the cops, this is what it is. So you get all these people and the cops are just going to go door to door saying a stern talking to. You gotta be kidding me.
Native Swedes say there are numerous areas where Muslim migrants simply refuse to learn Swedish and instead create isolated towns apart from Swedish society. Even other Muslim migrants explained it was a problem and that immigrants must adopt Swedish culture if they want to live in Sweden. Instead, many live in ghettos where they turn to drugs and crime, and the Swedish police are too afraid to interfere.
What? Wait. Didn't you just didn't they just say that the police is gonna go to where and they know who the migrants are, they know who's doing it, but you're gonna go to them and just tell their mothers, stop doing this? Bad child, don't go out there and do this. Sweden, what is going on with you? Again, again, if you guys can only see the chat from the Temple Live, again, Temple FM is basically in Europe. I get you guys. I feel you. That's why I'm doing this right here, and I'm talking out about this because, again, I myself is an immigrant, legal. I did it the right way. Learn the language, learn the culture, understand it. Assimilation. You need that. You need assimilation so you can understand it. Because again, if I'm a smoker, I'm not going to a person's house who's a non-smoker. That's disrespectful. But a lot of people they don't understand how crazy that is. It needs to be assimilated. I feel bad, and just as the reporter said, there are a lot of people who came there who are running from the dangers and want to try to do their best. Not all of the immigrants are doing this, of course not. But still, you can't separate them out because everybody's scared of something, and again, the rape, the kills, the murder, the trouble, all that accumulate into something dangerous. You gotta know who these people are, know the background, know what they are, because it could be terrorists, just as I just explained about the people in New Mexico who had kids, training kids to go in school to shoot up the schools in America, in New Mexico. So it's already on American borders, and you guys in Sweden and Germany. Like I said, shout out to the people in Hungary, Italy. You guys are basically that. Greek is starting to turn around as well too. Spain, yeah, I know. I got to say chills 85. Spain is taking the migrants now, and you think that's going to happen to Spain? I got you. You're right. And Portugal. It's crazy. This is crazy. I got what you're saying, and it's sad that this is happening to you guys. It really is. Add some more. Let me see. They tend to brag about how we're a melting pot. Oh, we're a melting pot of, yeah, blacks, white, Hispanic. All of us could come together if we believe in, hey, we could have freedom of speech, we could talk all that stuff, but if you want to do something, okay, but there's laws in this country, you have to abide by the laws. Again, I don't smoke. You're not smoking in my house. It's just that. If I go to your house and you say no shoes in your house, I respect that. That's your house. I'm not gonna walk in there with shoes. That would be disrespectful. Your laws, your rules, I understand that. We have laws. How about no raping or killing, which is, as you just said, the guy said, arson, raping, killing, damaging, vandalizing, All those are crimes. But you're not arresting them? That's crazy. Like Joe for when his door slamming faces. You're wrong, Double A. And it's for people, like I said, we're doing a summer chat, Tempo FM, YouTube, and Facebook. We all doing this together because this is, like I said, this is an issue need to be talked about, and I'll talk about it. We're exchanging a polite and civil society. Yeah, you're right about that. For angry and it's sad, man. And a diverse one. Diverse in what? Diverse in thought. Diverse in culture. Again, multiculturalism has never worked. It has not looked around the world. People talk about America is racist. What society on this planet started without that? Can we stop it? Can we abolish it? America was to abolish it, but still, can we? And they still have it because again, sex slaves are the coyotes are bringing in sex slaves into the country because we don't want to check our borders. So America has the same problems you guys have as well too, Sweden. Not as that dominant, but if they don't open their eyes and stop this crap, abolish ICE. Every time I always want to ask people, abolish ICE. Okay, we abolish ICE. We're gonna do next. People like I said, the jihadists who came in and want to shoot up the schools. We're gonna do about them. What are you gonna know about them? Those are dangerous people coming in who want to kill people. What are you gonna do about them? I just want to know. So yeah, let's just finish off the story.
Sweden has responded to this crisis by accusing its own people of being the problem, saying employers don't have the international skills necessary to help migrants. Their solution? Bring in more Muslim migrants.
Oh boy. You cannot write this stuff. You cannot write this stuff. Oh my goodness. You can't write this stuff. Surely you can't.
According to the leftist government, uneducated Muslim migrants are, quote, particularly important for strengthening Swedish competitiveness in sectors where there are no individuals with the right qualifications in the Swedish labor market. Or, in other words, they're so unskilled, we have to think up new jobs for them because none currently exist.
Again, skills. We learn skills.
American News visited Sweden and talked to Jörgen Fugelklu, head of the Swedish Democrats Party in Gothenburg, who says Sweden just can't afford to support these kinds of migrants.
Those people who are coming from, particularly the Middle East and North Africa, they do not qualify for work here. I think there is some surveys saying that it will take 8 years before half of those are employed at all.
I can't remember. This is different countries spell different. I get you. I know. Like I said, the Temple chat is like. But for people in America, this is Democrat saying he knows what's going on, and he's saying this again. Just hear the guy again.
It will take. I think there is North Africa coming from.
Support these kinds of migrants.
Those people,
Sweden just can't afford to support these kinds of migrants.
The reality
coming from, particularly the Middle East and North Africa, they do not qualify for work here. I think there is some surveys saying that it will take 8 years before half of those are employed at all.
The problem is so bad, in fact, that not a single asylum seeker has passed the job requirements for permanent residence in Sweden. A law was passed last year by the Migration Board, offering residence permits to immigrants who can meet certain working standards. Hundreds have applied, but not one has managed to meet even the most basic work requirements. Despite this, nearly 1,000 migrants have still been approved to remain in Sweden for at least another 2 years. All on the taxpayers' dime. The crisis in Sweden is growing. Native Swedes who have paid heavily into the state's welfare system are already discovering these vagrants are now living off their hard-earned cash and contributing nothing to the system.
Sweden we have a welfare system that everybody in Sweden are allowed to benefits. We pay high taxes, and everybody gets free health care and free school and everything. And are we supposed to pay for another million people who will not contribute to the society? It's not going to work.
If the government continues pandering to the radicals and activists demanding mass migration, the rule of law in Sweden will quickly be erased, and the most generous country in Europe will crumble under its own progressive policies.
And you're seeing it by basically destroying, again, arson, raping, I don't know what else to say. I feel for you guys. Again, Swedes, I understand that. I feel for you guys and those who left the country. They said, Chills, you said you left the country to go back to Poland. Bless you, and you take your family back there. 44-2 says, yeah, I went back to Ukraine because I couldn't take what's going on. Because they basically destroyed the store I had in Sweden. See? It's crazy. You work hard and people just come over and destroy it. Yeah, you're gonna feel a certain way. You gotta have rules. You have rules, you got a thing. And I'm sorry, it's sad that this is happening. It is sad that this is happening. And I feel for you guys. George Export says, yeah, that's one of the reasons we voted for the Prime Minister of Italy. Again, the Prime Minister, you could go YouTube this, Google this. The Prime Minister of Italy basically said, pack your bags and get out. And he said in English, even though they don't speak English, but he said it because he wanted to make sure that the media knows that's what we're saying. Pack your bags, pack your bags, pack your bags, pack your bags. Wow. But again, now we're basically coming to the end of this, and I wanna give a heads up. I myself feel bad that people do die and get hurt. It does. The next story I'm about to do, I feel sad that this happened. But I can't help when people do stupid things. I cannot. As basically, we're going to talk about the last story of the night. Millennial couples bike through ISIS territory to prove humans are kind and get killed. Oh boy. Call it God, call it natural selection, call it survival of the fittest, or thinning the herd, or Darwinism, whatever you want to call it. That's stupid. And you did it. But let's read the story, shall we? We're saying you call that straight stupid. Oh, you never heard about that? Okay, so because it's not, there you go. You see, news is not happening in you guys. This is news in America. So let me tell, and this is different sources. So let me read a story to you guys on Tempo FM. Let me read the story to you guys. Idealistic young American couple was killed by Islamic State claimed terrorist attack last month while cycling a trip around the world. Justin Austin and Lorraine Georgian, who were both in their late 20s, last year quit their office jobs in Washington, D.C. and embarked on a journey. Austin, a vegan, oh, why you got, okay, all right. Kind of, it fills the narrative, but I digress. Austin, a vegan who worked for the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, and Georgiana, a vegetarian, well, makes sense, vegan, vegetarian, who worked in Georgetown University Administration Office, decided that they were wasting their lives working. Ironically, again, if I'm laughing, I apologize, but I can't help this because, again, if you do stupid things, I can't help it. You're wasting your lives working. Oh, late 20s, okay. Got a great jobs, and you're wasting your lives, okay. I've grown tired spending the best hours of my day in front of a glowing rectangle of color. The best years of my life is swamped with gray and beige. Austin wrote in his blog before he quit, I missed too many sunsets while my back was turned, too many thunderstorms went unwatched, too many gentle breeze unnoticed. Ooh, the poetic type.
A vegetarian.
The pathetic type. I got you. The couple documented their year-long journey on Instagram and a joint blog. As the New York Times put it, so you got, my sources are New York Times, CBS, Al Jazeera. Anyway, New York Times put it, they shared their open heart tenderness they wanted to embody and the acts of the kindness reciprocated by strangers. You read the papers and you're led to believe that the world is a big scary place, wrote Austin. Oh no. Oh no, it's a nice place where you go cuddle and just give the world a hug and just smile and everybody would just say, oh, you're a nice person and everything. I wish the world would work like that. I wish the world worked like that, Austin. But but what can I say? I wish the world worked like that. People, let me see, people, the narrative goes, are not to be trusted. People are bad. People are evil. I don't buy it, he continued. Oh, you bought it, all right. My God. He continued, evil is a make-believe concept we've invented to deal with complex of foreign humans holding vessels and beliefs and perspective different from our own. By and large, humans are kind, self-interested sometimes, myopic sometimes, but kind, generous and wonderful and kind. It's too bad. They say sometimes people are put on earth to open the door and show the people how bad things are sometimes, or another show them, hey, don't go down this path. Wow, if you go down this path, you get killed and murdered. Dude, I have no problem that you think people are kind, but I've said this many times on my radio show on Radio T3, and as you guys have heard on Tempo, evil comes in all shape, color, size, sex, genders, race, creeds, big, tall, it makes no difference. They're good and they're evil. But people need to understand, without the good, you won't know without the evil, you won't know what's good. Without the hateful, there won't be the loving. You won't without the bad days, you don't understand what is a good day. Without those dynamics, you're not gonna have you won't get understanding and create wisdom. And that's the scary part. These are young kids who had a great job, according to what I'm seeing right here. They work in the government where they get a benefits out the yin yang. They're gonna get benefits out of the yin yang, retired. But no, they wanted to do this. And you know what? I'm not saying they couldn't do it. That's them loving their lives. Do what you gotta do. But again, I'm not going into alliance then knowing that I'm the meat, I'm the food. That's kind of crazy. They are evil. Sorry. It is. If you don't believe in religion, that's you. No problem with that. But I would guarantee you I would guarantee these people will be saying, oh, Trump's evil. I guarantee they'll say the guy who shut up the school, the kid who shut up the school, he's evil. They are evil. Well, again, it made no sense to say to them because, well, we'll see what happens. They're not here. All right? Don't get ahead of me, Temple Chat. Don't get ahead of me. Let me see. Where was I? Okay, yes. Kind and generous. Okay. However, Austin and Joanne's dream trip came to a tragic and gruesome end when they got in the Turkmenistan, a country with known terrorist presence. They were riding their bikes through the country on July 29th when a car ran them over. According to CBS News, again, like I said, I get multiple sources. That's one of the reasons I always do this. I'm telling people, multiple sources will help you get do, and you put that with critical thinking, you can survive and do many great things. Because right now, critical thinking is dying, and he's dying in America. Okay, I don't. Well, oh my goodness. People perspective saying, yeah, it's dying in New York too. Yes, it is. It is. And it's sad. It's sad. People are playing to the politics. You're right. Simple. I don't say common sense more for common sense to be there. People perspective. It's common. A lot of people have to have it. And I don't say common sense no more. I say simple sense. Because if you don't know after the first time you put your hand on a fire's hot and water's wet, I can't help you. There's a comedian in America, for those who are not in, for my Temple people listening who's not in America. There's people and there's a comedian called Ron White. He said this is his famous quote. With technology up to this day, we have bad eyes. We can get laser surgery to get 20/20. If we're too fat, we could get the bypass valve. I could be saying it wrong, but to tie off the guts so you can lose weight, like how Al Roper for USA Today. I don't know yesterday, and is it USA Today? I think it is. Like who do the news and stuff, like who do the weather. Like you could do that. If you got teeth, like I got bad teeth, you could fix bad teeth. If you ain't got hearing. If you got bad hearing, they could put microchips to make your hair better. If you have a problem with your face, they could reconstruct your face and do things. If your bone got break, they could reset your bone. If you break a hip, they could replace and put a hip in there. But you can't fix stupid. Now, I'm messing it up a little bit more, but I'm just saying that you could go and look at that on YouTube. It's Ron White, can't fix stupid. Put it in there, you'll see his quote, and he's so correct. So, and that's why I said, shout outs to my boy on Facebook who are here. RIP, critical thinking, it's dying. Yes, Ron White is the comedian's name. And you could just put in Can't Fix Stupid, and you could hear his famous quote where he said, which is a joke, but it's true. And sadly that even comedians, even comedies getting killed now because of political correctness. It's crazy. Okay. So this is a tragic death. Bike riding, they got rammed. Okay. They were riding their bikes through the country on July 20th, 29th when a car rammed them. According to CBS News, 5 men got out of the car and stabbed the couple to death, along with 2 other cyclists, one from Switzerland and another one from the Netherlands. You people. Wow. Two days later, ISIS released a video showing the same men sitting in front of the black ISIS flag. They looked at the camera about to kill non-believers, according to the New York Times. Jeez. That is crazy. That is crazy. Some conservatives have framed the tragedy as a cautionary tale about not just the perils of traveling, but also the naivety in general. In their telling that the overly generous understanding of human nature is behind much of today's progressive movement, including calls to radical scales backed by immigration enforcement, which we are talking about, and support for socialism. Now, that was not needed to put in the New York Times, but whatever. Some liberals, for their part, might view Austin and Joy as martyrs for struggling to better world and a simple, unfortunate. Nope. That part right there, sorry, New York Times. I'm gonna tell you right now. No, they're not a martyr. No, they're not. I'm sorry, and I will tell the honest truth right now, because I know I'm not gonna go to these places. Hell, I know not to go to certain places where I'm in my state, because I ain't stupid. What the hell? Exactly. Color West say, this is crazy. Why would you go from protection to, dude, I don't even know. People do this crazy stuff, okay? Rio Cooper says, it's ungrateful, but it's sad that these people don't understand that these are savages and need to understand where they're coming from in a place that's war-torn. Why would you go to a war-torn country in the first place like that? And you're not a soldier. I mean, even the people who want to spread Christianity or whatever, at least they have a belief or something going on. And I still say that's kind of crazy, but okay. All I'm saying is, and people might think this is angry to say this, but I'm sorry. Look, I'm just happy those 4 people, if they have children, honestly, let me go with this first. If they have children, it's sad. It's sad and it's horrible that their parents got there. But according to this, none of them had children. So, Darwin, God, Buddha, whatever you want to call it, did his job. Don't do stupid stuff like this. Thin the herd. They didn't reproduce. People say that's mean for me to say that, but I'm sorry. No, you don't. Happy you didn't reproduce, because that's crazy. To think that, man. What the hell? There's some places I ain't gonna take my black butt to go because I know it's dangerous, and even if it is that, that's crazy. Like Chicago, I ain't going there. Hell, 74 people got shot Sunday. 12 died in one day. I ain't that crazy. Yes, I understand that. Well, Justin in Georgia, and I'm sorry for what's going on. I don't know where you are in heaven or hell. You played a stupid game. As my grandma would say, you win a stupid prize. And my God, you guys won. You and your other cohorts won the grand prize. A special trip to hell. I mean, not hell, sorry, to death. I apologize for that because I don't know where they are. But this is crazy. Why would you do that? That activity cost your lives. It's sad. And I'll be honest, when I first heard this story, I was laughing. I'm not gonna deny it. I'm not gonna lie to nobody. I tell the truth all the time in this regard. I was laughing because it was like, why would you do that? You're not thinking. That's crazy. I had a good job and I'm going to do this. Hell, there are other countries out there they could have gone to help, but you're going straight to a place where ISIS they behead children. Hell, not in what's that? You go to Mexico, they behead children down there too. Could have done other stuff. Wow. Yep. Nope, I ain't gonna. Sorry, guy. I'm basically gonna be calling it a night here. So again, thank you guys for joining in for Project Open Mic. As we talk about this again, we will get the time where we have. Like I said, I am up to having any discussion with anybody if you need any topics I talk about. Because again, Project Open Mic is all about openness and talking about this. It was supposed to start this year in a certain way, didn't. So trust me, we will get the phone lines and everything, and you guys could call in from Europe or America or wherever you at and call in, and we have a discussion about things. And again, you go check us out on Project Open Mic on Twitter, Project Open Mic on Instagram, and Project Open Mic on YouTube. As the YouTube, I said, we're doing a simulcast between Facebook, YouTube, and Tempo FM. And again, for my friends on Tempo FM who are in Europe, I want to feel sad for anybody who's getting hurt as well too, and is going through what's going on there. That your property's getting destroyed, your family's getting threatened, or if any of your females got raped because of this crazy nonsense. You got a guy who's reporting on Tommy in London was reporting on guys going and raping women, and he was reporting on it, and the UK government threw him in jail. Wow, that is crazy. And remember, America is the only country that's free speech. And let's make sure this too. Freedom of speech is to the government, not to the people. Don't say anything stupid. Just like I did a story on my face. For the people on Tempo, I did a video a while ago. I did a video on my Facebook for a second that said, there's videos of in the last couple of weeks that Asians have been fighting back a lot of Black Americans, a certain type of Black Americans. I'll leave it at that, to be nice. Some type of Black Americans who get a little uppity. And people thought they could run over these Asians, and in some cases they have, because the video, again, that these guys there was two women and a guy. They were basically beating up an old woman and an old man in a store and walked out and stole stuff. But again, there's some people who try that, and they got their butts handed to them. You got to stop this. And nobody talks about this. We talk about the news in America that's why I always say look at different sources. I go all over to get some things because I got to put things together because everything is spin. Everything is spin. Fox News, MSNBC, CNN. Literally is almost fake news. They tell the truth when they need to tell the truth. As you saw the video I put on for the YouTube guy, I put on Project Mike when everybody was like, "Oh well, Trump is never gonna, he will never get 4%. Now he might get up to 2% on GDP, and he got 4.2. Again, prove the man wrong. Don't prove him right, you morons. You want to get rid of him? Prove the man wrong. But like I say, I had me a long day, and again, this is going to be piece by piece. Spread the word, spread the stuff. Like I say, 2019, we will have Project Open Mic with more people, videos on the channel. Again, you can check us on projectopenmic.com. It will be coming, of course. Well, Radio T3 will be that, because the radio shows you guys on Tempo FM knows from that. But you're going to have Project Open Mic on. You can contact us there at Twitter, Instagram, and of course Gmail, Project Open Mic on Gmail, saying else if anybody has anything they want to do. Because again, I'll reach out to anybody and have a conversation of what we're talking about, from men-women relationship to immigration to racism to the what's going on in the world today. That's the whole point about it. So thank you for joining this episode of Project Open Mic. Hope you all have a good night. For those who are jumping in again, just catch the replay, share the video, share the audio with everybody. For TempoFMLive.com, you guys could take it from Radio T3, of course. YouTube, of course, Project Open Mic. You guys can subscribe to YouTube as well. Project Open Mic is there. Just a little Project Open Mic. You should see a microphone that has like words in it and has Project Open Mic above it. You talk about stuff. And then, let's say, for the Facebook fam, you guys will follow me on my true Facebook because I'm not going to be hiding none of stuff. I want to show people I'm passionate about talking about these issues and talking about it logically, not insensibly. I'm not going to agree with everybody all the time. Nobody is. We are all different, but we should have the point to come and have a conversation. That's what it's all about. And yeah, I know I should have some cleaners, and I didn't. I got these are brand new glasses. I ain't got no cleaners, and also I got the light straight on me because I don't have that much great light in here. And it'll get there. It will get there. Don't get me wrong. And that's true. Well, thank you, Kyla Tululi. Thank you, Meryl Mismo. Thank you, Ethan Van, Live Feed, Matt. Thank you guys on Tempo. I've been doing this for years. Again, I know you guys are missing the regular Radio T3 show we used to do. Yes, it's been a crazy year, but I want to also thank you guys who've been with us who helped support, who donated to Radio T3 to help the people in the Caribbean when they got hit with the hurricanes last year. So far, it's been quiet. I hope God it stays quiet, of course. But I want to reach out again. Thank you to my Tempo FM family for doing the goodness that you guys been doing, and I'll try my best to do the same thing too. Matt Codain, when you come back to do shows and stuff, and we'll see. We're supposed to do an album next year. We'll see. Yes, I know we're supposed to do an album last year. Life has been a crazy thing, but don't get it wrong. The album is still in works and it's basically is coming out. I'm gonna try my very hardest to get it. Yes, Julian Vans, I got that too. Yes, I'm gonna be the album coming out. Grog Dizzy. Yep, thank you. And everybody else, thank you. All right, so yeah, so good morning to you guys over there in Europe. Basically, YouTube, Facebook, good night. Calling it a night. It's about going for 11 o'clock. I had a long day. What, I think it was 19 hours or something like that, which is crazy. But yes. So again, I only do this because I have a passion to listen to people's ears and talk about this and share news where a lot of people don't share the news. Ocal Pal de Rave. Yes, again, it is it was I forgot the name of the professor now, dang it, because I'm tired because whatever. But you could catch the replay and see it was a professor having a gun who hates gun, who was chasing the car, who in Charlottesville, who did kill that girl, and they have it on this video right there. He's not arrested, and again, the other professor was literally taking a bike lock and hitting it over females' heads and male heads, literally caught on camera. He got a bargain deal out, he got a plea deal out of it, and not going to jail. Something is crazy. You're exactly right. The results are open, and it's somewhat a disaster. You're exactly right. Thank you. Bung On says Sweden election now and forever. Swedish men are cowards. Say Howard White. Nah, hey. Rated D says it's important to the third world to understand that we can live together, but you have to assimilate. That is true. We have a weak, stupid PM. I'm angry because we have to clear up the mess, and we will warn them. Can't the government see that those migrants are leeching off of them, taking advantage of the taxpayers' money and turning Sweden into a third world state? Again, I can't believe what the Prime Minister said. You would think, well, all the anger that he just said, and we know who the people are, but we're just going to talk to them. The world's going crazy, my friend. It is. Remember, remember, we didn't want this. Well, you're the few, one big Mick. You're the few. You're the many people who got silenced that they knew, who said that this is crazy. The best part was everyone filmed the cars burning, but no one did anything to rally their neighbors to stop them. They just sat there, waited for the big government to come and rescue. Again, I got you. That's why I left Sweden to head back to Italy. Understandable, easy pride. William Perry, behavior like this won't be tolerated. Oh, you mean sarcastic? Yeah, it is. It is. It looks like coordinated terrorism and intimidation. Well, yeah, if it's in 5 cities and it's set all cars at the same time, it is a coordinated attack by definition. But again, but anyway, like I said, thank you guys on Temper FM. I can't go through all this chat. This is crazy. Thank you, girl. Hope you guys stay safe. Please be safe over there. Have a good morning. And I will catch y'all later. Same to with you on YouTube. It's been, I said, I have a channel there. Thank y'all. Share the video with the best you can. This is, like I said, just take a Project Open Mic. And Facebook, like I said, thank you all for watching, and go back and listen to what we talked about. Again, just for those who just joined in, pay the respects to Rita Franklin. We found basically a terrorist jihadi group, illegal group in New Mexico that was going to shoot up kids, but nobody's talking about it because everybody's talking about Omarosa and the president for some dumb reason. Because it's the shiny thing in front of our eyes to keep us amused. Sweden, y'all had a terrorist attack, basically coordinated, like you just said. And for the 4 people who went into ISIS territory, and not surprised that they got killed because they don't believe that humans are evil. Well, I hope you're in heaven. I really hope you're in heaven. You look down and like, dang, Navi, there are evil people. I hope that's what y'all thinking if y'all that way. But again, you won a grand prize. You played a stupid game, and you won the grand prize. So that's the stories that I talked about tonight. Play it, share it. Thank you enough. And again, anybody have anything that they want to have a one-on-one conversation about stuff that we talked about, let me know. We'll try to figure it out, set it up. Other than that, again, good morning, good night. Thank you guys on Facebook. So Temper FM, I'm out. It's 11 o'clock. Check out your show. YouTube, thank you. Hope you guys can share the videos and help us out. Small channel, of course, just started. We're going to put more information to it. But most people in Europe mostly knows me from Temper FM, so they're going to keep it joined there, and I'm going to keep it there for now. But thank you. Have a good night.